Hi guys, it's Deanna with Vintage Cottage Stitches, back for FlossTube number 10, I believe. I feel like I don't have that much stuff today. Shortly after the last video, my daughter called and my granddaughter's cat was sick. And the vet, I told her they gave the cat 2 antibiotics and they wanted her on an IV. When my cat was sick, they gave me an IV and I still had it. They wanted to charge her $600 for an IV to take home. And on Chewy, as a prescription, they're $5, or I think she said $6. So it was ridiculous. So I left right away to get there. It's a 3-hour drive. And took the IV and we treated the cat from home. The cat had eaten something and it was wrapped around its intestines. They said they weren't going to worry about that right away because the kidney numbers were low and she was really dehydrated. So they wanted to get fluids in her and they wanted to recheck her in a week and a half. Well, oh, she had an abscess tooth also. The antibiotics were taking care of the abscess tooth, but I think it was her blockage that got her, but she passed away. I went there on Monday. She passed away on Thursday. Well, then my daughter and my son-in-law, they both work, so I didn't want to leave her by herself right after the cat passed. So I came back on Monday, so I was gone for a week. So I had canceled last week's FlossTube. But my granddaughter's doing okay. They have 4 cats. They have a zoo. And so now they're down to 3 cats, but that was her cat. So I'm sure eventually she'll get another cat of her own and she'll pick it out. But thanks for all the nice comments and thoughts and prayers for her. I appreciate it. She appreciated it too. So thank you. Okay, so last time I was here I did a FlossTube extra. It was on making covers for your scroll frames. Magnetic covers. They're lined. So if you missed that video, please go check it out. I was making them 2 size for mine, so this is one that I made. This one, my lettering is really not even. That one is lined with that fabric. And I just embroidered on the front. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. And this is the one that I had done previously. And that one is lined with that fabric. Okay, so that's those. I had also shown this, sorry, I moved the camera. I had also shown this basket. I have a case somewhere and I'm wondering if it'll fit the space. I know it's too big for here, but I'm wondering if it would fit this hole here and have some of it below. So I have not found that yet. I'll find it when I'm not looking for it. Okay, but I made a liner for this basket and everyone is interested in making the liner. So I am going to, I have my oldest grandkids up this week, so it'll be a busy week. I think they leave on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm gonna say 2 weeks that I'll do another FlossTube extra, and I'm going to make up a PDF for the pattern. My granddaughter's gonna help me figure out how to do that, if I can do it on my Etsy shop where it'll just be a free pattern. And you can download it. So I would say in 2 weeks I'll be able to do that. So I'll work on the pattern this week. This is another scissor fob that I made. I was gonna make some of those for my Etsy shop. Okay, so 2 weeks for the liner tutorial. Okay, so that's that. And then what else do we have? I have an FFO from last time. This is, what is it called? Let me pull up my pattern. Good Witch Gardener. I can't read my own writing. I need glasses. Okay, it's called Gardener Good Witch. It is this pattern. I wanted to make it larger because my one of the comforters I have for my bed is kind of like the background, the taupey color. So I was thinking it would be really cute on my bed. And I have some buffalo check in there, and I'll post a picture maybe next week. Maybe I'll add it to the end of the video. But I have 2 old windows. They're from the Traverse City Insane Asylum. They're antique windows, and they're really cool, and I have a wreath hanging on them, so it's kind of got like gardening things in there. So I decided to make it into a pillow. I added the small check, and I added this fabric. It's got Boo, and it's upside down on that side. Let's see how it is on this side. Yeah, Boo. They were just colors. I tried to match the floss colors, so I thought those two went really well. They weren't really bright. Okay, and on the back of it, I don't know if I'm going to change this. I was trying to do something different. I didn't have a long enough zipper to do it, but I put these ties on there, but I'm not so crazy about them. So I might just take those off and do some snaps just for a cleaner back. I just thought it would have added a cute thing. On here I put a bow that kind of matches the background, and I put a covered button with the small check. So that is my finish for that. Okay. Got a lot of stuff around me. I did have a finish of this. My husband stained a basket that I made. So I was thinking this can be another knitting or crocheting basket. I love baskets. That turned out very nice. Stained. It was white oak. Okay. And then I did get a row to my Afghan together. So there's 5 blocks per row, and there's going to be 6 rows. So I managed to get that done. And then I have these are drying. They're still wet in the center. So those are blocking. So I can sew those together, and then I can sew the 2 rows together. My goal with this is to do a row a week. I have 2 full quilts to do. My first quilt, I just have to add the outer white. All of the white is done, the inner white. And then I have to block them all and sew them together. But with the time it's taking them to dry and doing it, I figure a row a week is good. My next set for the second quilt is the center is done. I think I just have the center, the darker teal, done. So I have to add on all the rows. So when I get to that one, I might just finish the whole block, 5 of them in a week, and then I'll do the same thing. Second week I'll sew the the first week together and just keep going. We're not in a hurry for them. So I have 5 of those that are waiting. And then, oh, I did get a picture. Let me see if I have it on here. Oh, you know what? It's going to be on my phone. I'll post a picture at the end of the video and add in the Afghan that I finished prior, because it's at my daughter's house and I took pictures of it. I'm really bad about that. I don't take pictures. Okay. So, so that lets me wrap this one up. So I have to unkit what I have left and put all that away. Okay, next up is, this is my working copy because I don't want to ruin my book. This is Lydia Kohanigan. I forgot to take my graph paper with me. And then I didn't have a good light when I was at my daughter's house because I did take this one with me. I could quickly grab it, but I did not get it done. So it's still where it was the last time you saw it. And it's wrinkly today. But I'm going to make this. I'm going to start samplers for past and present family members. And I wanted to start with my grandmother's. So I did get that all worked out, the year and the spacing. I have to look at it, but I might have to do it over one. I haven't got that far with it. So that's all ready for me to look at this week and get that one completed and framed. That'll be my first one. Okay, so next up, I have my bunny bag. It doesn't have the foam in it. This is a bookmark that my granddaughter that was here last week, she drew all this and colored it, and it was a contest for the library. And oh no, it wasn't. It was for St. Clair County Community Mental Health, but she was one of the winners. So she gave me a bookmark. So I'll treasure that. And then this is Hop into Spring by Brenda Gervais. And I was able to get a little bit of that done. I'm stitching it on a blanket because it's a really big piece of fabric. I don't know why I haven't cut it. I did not iron today. And there that is. So I did get the center section done, and I got the other bunny done, and I'm working on the bird up top. So that one's coming along. And I did find that I had the twill tape already, so, and I have the wood piece, so when that's done, I'll be able to finish it up and get it ready. And that was a color and cotton conversion. I've shown it on a different FlossTube, but if you want to know what that is, just ask and I'll send it over to you. So I'm hoping that'll be a finish this week. And I really want to get to my Rosewood Farm. I haven't touched that. And that's, I've got half of the green around the border done. And I really would like to finish that. Okay, this is the bag I bought with the top zip. I'm really enjoying that. I might make some top zip bags. I don't have a lot of bags. I reuse bags because I was a monogamous stitcher. And now I've got more projects going, and I need more bags. Okay, so this is Clovis by Stacy Nash. Okay, and you see on his face, or her face, obviously she's wearing a dress and an apron, the white would not show up on the piece of fabric that I have. So I decided to go with a taupey kind of a color, and I think it looks okay. But I've got her apron all outlined, so I got a little bit of time in with that one. I love all the animal crackers, and all I have is the bunny done. And I need to do the mouse because Bobbin is really cute on a spool, and I have a spool for it. Okay, and this is done with all the called for colors, and the color that I put on the face is Confederate. Weeks Dye Work Confederate. The called for was this one, linen. And this linen, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a peachy, fleshy tone mixed in it. But it just was not showing with my fabric. So that was the only change I made to that one so far. Okay, and then I have Sarah's sewing bag. I made a little bit of progress on that one. My needle was in the fabric wrong. I really want to get this one done too. Okay, so I made some progress with the tree and I'm guessing it's a dog. And there's the house. I've got to do still some more stuff above the house. So it's coming along. I have to figure out what kind of a fabric I'm going to line that with. Okay, the tour of my room is going to follow, and there's no judging. Okay. That one I have in my sewing bag. And my fabric just got caught in. That's in my sewing bag. This one has really cute quilting on it. Spools and needles. Okay, and this is in my Santa bag. I have to add foam to this one too. I think my cat's been hanging around it. Okay. She was not very happy with me because I left her here with my husband. Okay, and this is my gingerbread house, and a lot of people have let me know that this is for the inside, and I appreciate that. It was a part of the finishing kit. And I decided to go with the darker fabric. And again, I have it on a blanket. I need to cut it down. But I was able to, I was working on what I could see. And that is what I have done. So it's not a lot, but I can see it. So that was the important thing. Okay, so I hope to get to that some more this week. And there's the picture of that. It's very cute. Okay. That I was doing with all called for, except the color that I used so far, the white. It took me a little bit to get that all figured out. Okay. And then I have pulled out some fabrics that or some patterns that I want to start working on for Halloween. You'll see in my haul that I have, these are basic Halloween flosses that I just kind of threw together. This is called Witching Hour. I did go to Michael's while I was at my daughter's. Our closest Michael's is in Traverse City. So, I don't get there very often. Okay, I pulled this one out. I thought it was really cute. This one. I'm really getting into Halloween. I love that one. I might do this one first out of all of these. This one's really cute too. It's called Jolie Sorcery. And it's really cute. This one's cute too. In Ottoman. I'm probably saying that totally wrong. Witch in Her Garden. I do need to get a base for this. I need to put that on my list for Hobby Lobby. Taboo. Scary Mouse by Brenda Gervais with that needle and thread. If you notice the theme, I have a lot of Brenda Gervais. And I like witches. So this one's called Hollow Day Inn. Trying to get the glare off. This one's adorable too. Lolly's Crows and Candy Corn. I've seen some people doing it on like a green. That's really cute. So that one will probably be second on my list unless I just start them at the same time. Bittersweet Broomsticks. Did I already have this one? Yes, I did. Guess what? That'll be a giveaway today. Because I have two. I like to do that. I'm about ready to start. I put a couple patterns in Pattern Keeper, but I'm going to put the rest of them in so I stop rebuying charts. So this will be the giveaway today. And if you are interested in winning, if you can say bittersweet for the word, and we'll give that away next week. Okay. This is Witch's Night Out. Witch Pumpkin. I thought that'd be cute hanging on a cabinet that I have in my hallway in the house. It's a black cabinet. This is Holiday Hoopla Halloween. This one, Core E. Baltimore. I can't read it. And that is the bottom. Whose pattern it is. And I have Boardwalk, a half yard of 36 count in there. I love this color. It's color and cotton. So that's what I've thrown together for some possible more Halloween starts. And okay. That is from in my Dot Dot Goose Halloween bag. It's got witches. Most of the bags that I have, I think, are hers. I've been trying to get away from the plastic a little bit, just because I worry about the patterns, because sometimes I'm not so good about putting my patterns back in the sleeve. So this, I'm going to leave all of these in here so I can just keep going from one to the other. Okay, so that is in plans. The Afghan is in plans. This is a quilt that I'm working on. It's a mini. It is this. I thought it's really cute. And it's the red one. It's 14.5 by 18, and it's by the Red Button Quilt Company. It's pattern number 501. Okay, and I've got the top done. And it has embroidery in each of the centers. So I have to add little red buttons, and they are super, super small. I have to see if I have a needle that will work with those. So that's where I'm at. I have to add those buttons. I mean, in comparison to my fingernail, they're super small. And I have a second one going. I don't know why, but I thought I have an old red truck. I thought it would be cute in the red truck. So I've got that going that I need to take by my chair to sew the buttons on. And okay, so we are to haul. In my haul, I found this at a garage sale, and I thought it's perfect for a couple of the animal crackers. So as I finish more, I can put them in here. So I got that. She had it for 50 cents. I couldn't believe it. I don't usually get that lucky. Okay, and I got a nice card in the mail with a quilt pattern on it. Thank you. Okay, I got my floss fix. And we are on the peas. So I got Plymouth Rock, poblano pepper. Pretty green. I like that. This window kind of is hard on my eyes. Pollywog. I need to start wearing my glasses. Prairie grass. That's a pretty green too. They actually go together very well. That's prairie grass. That's the two of them together. Okay, then we have prickly pear. It's pretty. And Priscilla's peppermint. Okay. So that is the classic Colorworks. And then I also got the Floss Frenzy. I keep saying I'm going to cancel this club, but I haven't done it. I've been using a lot of color and cotton. And I really like that they're by color and they're really easy to pull. The DMCs that I have those set up by the rows in the book. I showed you on my FlossTube Extra when I gave you the tour of my other sewing area in the house. And it's kind of a pain in the butt because you have to get the book out to find where they are and then to put them back. And I tend to procrastinate on that. So I told you I want to separate them. I just found a piece that I have to look and see if she answered me, but that I might find to put maybe my classic Colorworks on, because I have more classic Colorworks than I do weeks. Okay, so this is Periwinkle. This is Persimmon. This is Pink Sand. Pistachio. Plum. Porposy. Okay, so that's the flosses that I got. And then Color and Cotton had a pre-order for some fabrics, and I ordered 36 count, a quarter yard of Dutch blue. That's a really pretty, it's brighter than it's showing. It's showing it more dull, but it's a brighter blue. Springy. So I got that. Okay. I ordered this little felted tomato off of Etsy. I have to bend this. It kind of looks like a pepper instead of a strawberry. Okay, but I ordered that. And then this is from handmademometsy.com, Tina, and I ordered these. You see them, little tomato pens, decorative pens. So I can put those in some of my tomato finishes. So that, okay, and then I ordered a pattern. Let me do this. Oh. No. Thought I had it pulled right up. That's not going to show in there. Okay, let me do this. Purchases. The felted tomato cushion. That is from Beetle Felt Shop. Okay, and then I ordered let me pull it up in iBooks. The storybook stitcher. She had this behind her in her video. I thought it was adorable. So I want to do that. And then I also, so I purchased that. And I also have this one that I purchased a while ago. And I'm trying to get the glare off of it. Okay. And I thought they would go together really well. This one can stay out all the time. The other ones fall with the pumpkins. That was really cute. The color she had it done in was really cute. Okay, so then that is two things that I also have pulled out, and I think that is everything that I have for today. And I'm going to follow with the this studio tour. But last time we did the stitchy boxes, and I had this box to give away. And the winner to that is at Robin, R-O-B-I-N, Bunis, B-U-N-I-S, 6792. And if you would send me your address so I can ship it out to you, I will get it out within a couple days when we head that way. So again, Robin Bunis 6792. Okay, and then for this week's giveaway, it is, I just put it somewhere, oh, right here, is going to be bittersweet and broomsticks. And if you use the word bittersweet in your comment, if you're interested in winning this one, if you don't already have it. So I will be back next Thursday, and 2 weeks for the tutorial for the liner. And I think that's it. So I hope you're having a great August. Seems like it's flying by like the rest of the year. I also wanted to say that I have multiple floss tubers in my prayers. We have the storybook stitcher. She has cancer. She just had a surgery. We have Priscilla Blaine from Stitching with the Housewives. She has cancer. She's very positive. And we have Molly from Linen and Scraps. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. I know she already had her surgery. We have Lenny from the Sable Stitchers. She also has cancer. It just seems crazy. I lost my dad last year to cancer, and he moved in with me when he was sick, so I was his caretaker. It's a very hard thing, very hard thing. It's really nice to see Priscilla's family all around her and taking care of her and doing what she needs. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So they are all in my prayers, and so I will see you next Thursday, and happy stitching. Thanks for watching. I'm going to follow with the studio tour. Bye. Okay, this is my studio tour, This is a garage off of my kitchen. It's really full, and no judging. Okay, so when I enter, I'm on the stairs. I have got the television there. I've got a chair there so I can watch FlossTube. I've got my cutting table. Ignore the mess because that's for my FlossTube, or from my FlossTube. I just taped the FlossTube. And then I've got a sewing machine here. The chair I move from one to the other because I took the other chair for taping in. Okay, so let me take you through the room. I've got a couple of quilts hanging here on quilt racks. This cabinet I purchased and painted, and it stores a lot of different things. It's very helpful. So they're all labeled. This is the covered buttons. And they're in there. Okay. Around the corner from that, I've got another cabinet. My husband just found this one at a garage sale for $5. I haven't labeled it. I really don't have anything in it yet, but he built me a base for that one. So I would like to have him build a base for this one just so it's up a little bit off of the floor. So that's on my list. Okay, so back this way, I have this shelf. These boxes up top have little items for decorating, like holiday pieces and stuff. Like there's Americana, kitchen, Christmas, Halloween, winter, fall. So that's for that. Got all my little stands there. I've got some cross-stitch magazines that I've acquired. This is some pearl cotton that's extra, doesn't fit in my cabinet. And then I've got 4 shelves of different patterns. That's a kit. And more patterns. More patterns. I've got all the Come Deal patterns are up here. I love her patterns. I've got a lot of Lori Holt patterns. I've got a lot of Crab Apple Hill patterns. These are all embroidery books, and more patterns that are down there. I did downsize my quilting patterns quite a bit. I might have a few pair of scissors in here. I have more than that. I don't know why I collect scissors. I've got this little roll cart here. Okay. So this is my sewing area where I keep some of my framing supplies. Down here, I have a Brother machine. I mean, baby lock machine. Sorry. Okay, over here I have a couple rolly carts with fat quarters and things that I want to work with. I did downsize my fabric tremendously. This is all stuff for the FlossTube, but it's an ironing mat, so I can move it right over next to my machine here. It's got a nice big cutting table. This is a koala cabinet. So I've got the large mat, and I've got extra room at the edge to keep some stuff. This is a antique pattern box that I found when I was out. It's really nice. Okay, under here I do have more storage, ribbons and stuff for cross stitch, and some fabrics for small finishing. Okay, then I've got all of this fabric is by color, and it is on comic boards. I had it in crates prior, and they were on shelves, and it just took up so much space. This is so much better. And I downsized a lot of it. Okay, then I've got my quilt pictures. This is needle minders and some pictures that one picture that my granddaughter drew me. My husband got me this card. It looks like my Mason for Valentine's Day. And some more. Okay, this shelf I found here in town, and it stores, that light's showing, it stores a lot of different things. I do have some thread that's bobbinated still, and they're in the boxes by the numbers, and it kind of goes by color. I mainly use those for embroidery at this time. That drawer down there, I keep all my paints in, my little bottles of paint, acrylic paints. And then I've got some more pearl cottons and those, and just little things. Okay, if I go around this corner here, this is how I store my color and cotton thread. And I really, really like this, because I just pull out the color and see how they look with the fabric and each other, and it's simple. It's simple to put them away. I always put these right away. I don't procrastinate on it. I've got a bunch of lights there. And I have these on the large hoops, just so it can grow as it wants to. And I've got some stitchy mats I'm working on and some project bags. This is a koala droid cabinet also. It has a triangular top that you can put on it too. I just don't have room in here. My previous sewing room was 1,000 square foot, and it was beautiful, but my husband wanted to move, so I don't have that anymore, so I'm crunched in here. This is all picks and stuff for holiday stuff that I do. This stand is pretty neat. It's a metal stand, you can see, and it hangs 9 buckets. That's the bucket, so I just have all the picks shoved in the buckets. I just found these hands at Michael's, and I got some feathers that are cool. I wanted to make a witch hat, and then I got some different flowers to play with that. So that should be coming up soon. This is just some case storage. I've got a cabinet here. This is all my extra bags. So when I get up a project, I can just grab a bag. And like I said, I don't have a lot of bags. That's what I have. So when I make bags, I usually keep one since I'm doing more. Up top here, I'll show you it from another view, but I've got a ladder that holds all my, not all my baskets, but some of my baskets. I love baskets. I've got this cubby shelf. I've got thread on top. There's some needles, and then I've got the buffalo plaid pails from Hobby Lobby. Like, here's all my stitchy boxes. So they're just all separated. Here I have more fabric. This is all on comic boards, and it again goes to the ceiling. I've got an old ladder. They had, one time when we went to a vintage market, they had this 2-piece ladder set. So they're all painted on and rusty crusty, but I like that. So I have both of those in here. I'll show the other one in a minute. I've got this hook thing. I think it was for the spools, the large spools. We're supposed to hang on it, but I hung some hoops on it. And that's hanging from the garage thing. This is my heat and air conditioning in here, and I'm sure you can hear it. I'm hoping when I taped around the corner, I'm hoping that it's less. So I have a small window here. This is my long arm machine. It's a Gamma. It's 14 foot long. It goes all the way across. So it's a big boy. I do storage underneath. It's got miscellaneous things. These are some minkies and stuff. There's some wool. Okay. So now we're going to go around this. Let me show you this first. This is my wall of bolted fabric. It goes from ceiling to floor, and it's the whole wall. Let's see if I can get this better here. That's the whole wall. I've got a lot crammed in this little area. At my other house, I had the 1,000 square foot quilting room, plus I had 3 bedrooms. Well, one I left as a guest room, but I had lots of room. Okay, this is a basket. I didn't make it. I found this at antique store for $40. It's got wheels, so you can actually take it to a market or an antique market or anything like that. I store my scrolls in here. The ones I'm working on, they're not in here right now because I showed them in my FlossTube. So this is a tool cabinet. It was my husband's, and he just gave it to me so I can keep different things in here. So I have all my hooks and charms and all that stuff in there. Okay, this is going to be a little hard to show. Sorry for the movement. That might be a big box of yarn from Joann Fabrics when they closed. Right there. Okay. All right. So these are roll carts that I got from Walmart. I have 2 of them. They're just sitting next to each other. Okay. This is my fabric storage. So these are my 28 count fabrics. This is 30 count. Only 1 fabric in there. These are 32 count fabrics. I just have them folded where I can see the end of each one of them. These are 36 count fabrics. These are 36 count fabrics. The drawers don't usually give me a hard time like this, but I'm using my left hand, and this is 36 count fabrics. Over here I have some 40 count fabrics. This is 46 count, and this is 56 count. There's only 1 fabric. I bought it to try it. Funny story. I was stitching on it to see if I could do it at a retreat, and I'm not going to be able to get to it, am I? No, it's right here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. Come on. It's not gonna zoom in. Well, anyways, I stitched the stitch right here, the one showing, and my friend was with me, Karen, and she said, let me see if I can stitch on it. So the smart aleck that she is, she did this little stitch. She stitched on it over 1. I said, you stitched it over 1? Are you showing off? She said, no, I didn't know I stitched it over 1. So I'm going to try something on that eventually. It'll be definitely under my magnifier. Okay, then I've got 2 empty bins, and this is my scraps, and I save scraps no matter what size they are. I mean, I never know what I'm going to do, so I save the scraps. So that is my fabric storage. That system's working very well for me right now. This is a container that I found. I used to have it at my other house by the coffee station. I don't drink coffee. My husband doesn't drink coffee. So I don't have a coffee station set up anymore because we don't have as much company as we used to, because we're 3 hours away from all family at a minimum. So, But I just keep miscellaneous stuff in here, my clips. These are some clothespins that Moda made, just different things. Okay, so this is my other ladder, so I can get up on this wall of fabric. These are all quilt tops that are completed but not quilted. And I've got some cute ones in here. This is a reindeer quilt that I did. You can see the reindeer face. I put one Rudolph with the red nose. I've got a flag quilt here. I just have some, there's all kinds of quilts in here. There's this one, blue and white. So there's just a lot of quilts in here. And these move. I found this at a vintage market. And it's not closing all the way because I have a lot of quilts on it, but they'll move as you need them to. Okay, this cabinet, I store my long arm stuff up top. This is Pearl Cottons. This cabinet is from Hobby Lobby. There's the cupboard on the bottom. And it's all labeled from the Cricut machine. These are purples. These are the tealy blues. These are the blues. So I've got room to grow here for that, or more to fill it after I work some of it down, because I've got the other spots. Okay, these shelves, there was a place called Arnie's that was here, and they closed, and they were selling out all of their stuff. So I got these shelves for $75 each. I couldn't pass it up. So this is my yarn storage, pattern storage, some foam for my project bags, a zipper box. I've got stuff stored on top, my blocking boards for knitting. Okay, so this is my pattern storage. I need to add another bin. But these are alphabetically going from left to right. So this is box number 1. And it's hard to see because here to here, that's all Brenda Gervais. She's my favorite. Okay, but you can kind of see in the back how I've got it set up, and each one, the patterns go in there. Some of them are kitted with floss, some of them are kitted with fabric on floss. So I wanted to figure out a different area for kitted projects, but I have not figured that out yet. This is my zipper box. Okay, so this is box number 2, and this one has a big section too, and it is from here to here. That's my miscellaneous. I think I need a whole box for miscellaneous. Okay, once I get a few patterns from a designer, then I'll switch it. Like this is Shepherd's Bush. I've got the bags in here that could go in kitted because I've got them kitted, but these are all monthly weigh-ins that I didn't do. But I'm trying to not, this is my Paula Vaughn section here in the back. I am trying to not purchase a lot of patterns at this point because I have so many. I'm getting ready to put all my patterns in Pattern Keeper and pull out my duplicates because I do have a lot of duplicates. Okay, so next to that, I have this hope chest. And I used to have it at the bottom of my bed, but now I have it in here. And inside the hope chest is wool. So it's no organization to it, it's just wool. So when I want something, I just pull it out and until I get the color that I want and that's working for now. Okay, this is a Lori Holt quilt, and I made this, I'm trying to get the whole quilt in here. I made this years ago. It hung in my other quilt room, which was more finished. I'll post pictures when I find some. I'll post the pictures. Okay, so it's on a quilt rack that I got at a quilt show. I've got another one, but I've got nowhere to hang it in this house. We are planning on listing our house for sale next year. So, this quilt, I have not seen this pattern for a while. Make sure that you always have good light. There's a light. It's got some scissors. I put my quilting business when I had it on there, the punch card. Fat quarter. I used the twill from a fat quarter bundle, and I put that on there. How they do. Sale. Measure twice, cut once. This is all embroidered. This whole ruler is embroidered. This rotary cutter, I had my husband cut this for me, and it's just a piece of metal with a hole in the center. So that's my rotary cutter. 2 Ohio stars, scissors, and a seam ripper. There's some books. It says read the directions. Okay, there's quilts. Stitch with an exact 1/4 inch seam allowance. It's even got some blocks that are being sewn. It's got the sewing machine. The plug and the cord scrolls down to the electrical outlet. She's so creative. There's a kit. There's an embroidery hoop. There's a needle, a pack of needles, needle book, and there's a bobbins, some extra bobbins. This one says, press your blocks, don't iron them. And that's an ironing board that it's on. There's a spray bottle, a pin cushion, and that cord goes to the electrical outlet also. Then there's April. I made it 1986 because that's the year I got married. And some glasses, which I need to wear mine. And it's just a really cool quilt. I never change this. I always leave this one up. Okay, up top here, I have some more storage things. There's some more ends to my scrolls. I've got like crazy quilting stuff in here, like beads and different flosses and stuff like that. There's a bag that I made. It'll carry one of my featherweights. Okay, and then this is yarn. It's kits. Those are all kits down there. And there's kits there. Everything in the bag is all kits. You would think I would pull it out and do it, but I haven't. Okay, so this is an antique basket with wheels that you can take to market. My husband painted it for me. So I do keep the scrolls in there that are not in use. I have these 2 rolling bags to go to a retreat. I've got some antique sewing machines in this cabinet. They're kind of hidden in a corner. I keep all my extra hoops and lap stands up there. That's a koala my husband got me. This picture, this basket, this picture back here, I have one for each of my daughters for when they get married. Okay. Oh, put that back. Sorry. But I have some Paula Vaughn pictures hanging up there. It's missing a couple in the center. They were falling one day. My husband has to put them back up. So there's that one. And that one. Trying to keep the glare off. These are some rolls I made. This one has crochet hooks in it. That one has knitting needles in it. And they're all these fancy ones. I made this, I embroidered the letters that they are, so they're all in the right spot. So that's those. This cabinet, I have my green bean stand, got sewing machine, teapot, some boxes, shaker boxes. Well, that's that. This is an old travel case that I don't know if I can open it with one hand, but this is an old case. I painted it. Wait. Okay. Well, it's giving me a hard time. It's sticking. Well, I'll show you that at next FlossTube, how I finish the inside. To take it to a retreat, and you just like carry it like this. Just a different thing. I have way too many things that I do like that. Okay, this is my long arm cart. I have way more thread than that. And then we're going back. There's a lot in this room. A lot. So, so this is my studio. I am very close to the lake. You can see how close we are. That's our pontoon. So this is a design wall. I've got a couple things on here that I'm working on. I just have to make some star blocks to finish that quilt. I did hang my thing up there. My husband hung it up for me. And I need to put a tomato on top of it. I've got some different pictures up top there. It's still got the garage door things, but that's working. We don't have a basement because we're so close to the lake. So this is my studio. So today I did tape. Here, it's still got my mess. And you'll have to let me know how the light is for you. I know for me it was a little blinding. I think I'm gonna have to turn the mini blinds, shape them up or down, maybe up, to block the light from coming in for me because I got a lot of glare. But let me know what you think. And I did get a new phone, so that I'm sure helps. I went from an iPhone 11 to the iPhone 16. So that should help with my videoing also. So I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I will see you next week. Bye.